And we are live. It is Shoshie from Shoshies Minis, and for some reason, let me see if I can fix my music mics. There we go. Sorry about that. So my whole intro, you guys just had dead silence, and I feel so bad about that. Welcome. Hopefully there's people watching. I hope that my dead silent intro didn't kill the viewership. So, oh man. So, all right, today we are painting the chemical set from Tiny Leads, and here I will show you guys why we are painting that. So, let me get my overhead. Here we go. So about, gosh, it was like 2016 when I started these guys, and there's a better. Whoa, we need to adjust my focus a little bit. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go fix my chat. Hang on 1 second. Let me do this. Is anybody here? All right, I'm gonna fix my focus, and I'll be right back. Do this. Focus. Try that one more time here, because that help any. There we go. By zooming edge. All right, hopefully that is a little better. Yeah. Whoa! Oh no, that's a bad start. Okay, so yeah, you can see him okay, all right. That's better. His eyes are a lot more clear. I wish I could get those in more in focus. Let me see this guy. This is what probably we're going to be working on, this guy and this guy today. We currently have these two guys that are already done. So the reason why I am going to be working on these guys is because, and I totally forgot to hype my show. No wonder nobody's here yet. Because we are going to be working on this bingo. So I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. We've got a bingo. Actually, we can do exclamation point bingo. I don't think any of my mods. Hey Rumble, how are you? How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming by. I'm just showing everybody the chemical set from Tiny Leads because, yay, Mr. Scott, thank you for that bingo. Oh my gosh, Mr. Scott G, you're a lifesaver. Rumble just subscribed, and Talagard just tipped. So mad love to everybody. Thank you guys. Wow, you're lifesavers right now. Let me do this. SCR. Let's give some hype to Rumble for subscribing. Oh, 3 months in a row too. Let's do this, Rumble. Rumble makes it easy. Let's make that an 8. There we go. By having all his numbers all his letters in caps. So I was fussing around with the focus. It looks like this is gonna work okay. Tell me, I want to ask your opinion. Do you think I should play around with the focus a little bit more? Or does this look okay to you guys? I feel like the eyes are not in focus at all on that guy. I'm totally happy to go work on that. Let me see if I can adjust the light a little bit. Maybe that's also that is a lot better. Huh. Hey Teviston, how are you? So I had a really rough start this afternoon for my stream. I ended up not having any sound. When did I start? I started at 4 o'clock. We're doing 4 to 7 on Fridays now. So that way we can hit the Australians and the West Coast people. So I'm sorry about that. I usually put out, you know, like an alert and stuff on my social media. And I am sorry, totally forgot today. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming. So we're working on the chemical set. The reason why, and we've got the bingo. We already posted the bingo link. Let me do it one more time just because we got a few more people here. Bingo! B-I-N-G-O. There we go. Yes, Mr. Scott, you are so awesome. You got it. You're the mod. All right. So if you look and look at how I painted this. It's very painterly. I've tried to paint it almost like a canvas with very, you know, strong marks and everything like that. Not trying to be like, oh no. Does he have a little, oh, he's just got a little piece of paint on his face. All right. I need to update my Facebook page with the new times. I do, Amberden, but I'm waiting on my designer. My designer and I were talking right before I left for Australia, and then things got backburnered. So I'll put the new times on Facebook. I'm writing this down for myself. Page. Unfortunately, I'm not a graphic designer at all. Where did I get these? These are from a company called Tiny Leads, and so you can go to tinyleds.com. Here, I'll do this for you so you can follow the link right to it. That should do it. Yep, the chemical set. These are basically based off no, I gotta work on that focus. Let me see what I can do. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit. I want it right about there. I need one more thing under here to stack so that I can adjust my focus a little bit. All right. Let me go right. I'll be right back. I'm going to work on my focus because I can't even see that. Hold on. Zoom out. Frustrating. Well, I don't know if I can get it better than that. I think part of that has to do with the white balance on there. Let's see if that looks better. Yeah, that's better. When I'm holding that there, can you guys see that crisply? Still a little fuzzy, isn't it? Desperately trying to pack everything you need for the weekend. Oh, you're going to Banshee's class. Be ready to have your brain scrambled, Amberden. Gonna be kind of nuts. Here, let's move this. Oh, that, boom. I think I just got it. All right, well. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get my focus value that much better. These are great. Okay, I'm glad you can see everything. Okay, so we have Mike. This guy needs to be finished, and is this oh God, I can't remember his name. What's his real name? I don't remember. It's this guy. That's who we're going to be painting. It's over. And then I've got Saul. I don't know why I remember Saul's name, but I don't remember the main character's name. And then, again, I don't remember the main character's name. That's Mike. This is Hank. That's right. Bryan Cranston. Oh, no, Bryan Cranston is the actor. The dad from Malcolm in the Middle. You guys are not being helpful. We're gonna paint him first. Jesse and Walter White. Mr. Scott G, you get a point. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. You guys are just like me. There we go, Mr. Scott G. I think my bot is acting weird again. I can't give my own points. No kidding, you're tad nervous? Amberton is nervous for Banshee's class, but then he's nervous and convinced he'll be out of his depth for every class. You'll be fine. So, but take lots of notes, because 90%, not 90%, but a lot of his class is theory, and you're gonna need to take notes. Oh yeah, let me try that. Yeah, did we do that? Mr. Scott, okay. It goes gift Mr. Scott G10. Yeah, that works. The bot is being weird. All right, we're just gonna jump into painting. We're gonna hope for the best. Yeah, make sure you pack a notebook and a pen. I'm gonna fill this with some water. Oh my gosh, so unprepared today. Things are all crazy today. That water is really filthy. I'll be right back, guys. I am so sorry. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water. So sorry. All right, we're set. We're set. We've got water. We've got our cup of painting goodness here. There we go. Just that water was super filthy. All right, and I've got something to drink now too. Haha. So my idea is to get these done for part of the bingo, and there was like paint a bust was one of the things, and I happen to have two. So I'm gonna put some Game Color cadmium skin on my palette, and I'm pretty sure that I used a lot of P3 when I first painted these, because that's what I was using at the time. So that's why I'm using here. This is Rosy Flesh from Game Color. And the reason why I'm using these paints, I'm gonna also put some Scale 75 down to some pale skin. I wanna be sure to cover my bases. I did these with my P3, maybe I didn't use P3. That feels pretty flat. Did I have Scale 75 back then? I don't even know. So it's just been so long since I worked on these, and I'll tell you why I quit working on them. It's kind of a sad story. Not a sad story, but so Matt Sexwish, he's awesome. He was my mentor for over a year. He still is. I just haven't, I'm not backing the Patreon at the $100 level right now because it was getting expensive. But totally worth it. Oh, that's good. Put that on the palette. I want to point something out. So this is light skin, and it's actually kind of sort of similar in value, but I want to show you actually it's not similar in value, because look at it on the palette. They're similar colors, but the let me see if I can fix this. Nope, not gonna work. There we go. There, this one is matte and this one is satin, so they won't work well together. But I'm going to see if I can make it work anyway. All right, these are going back. We're going to work on Walter White. Put all these away because I don't want to get anything on them. All right, there we go. Walter's skin is mostly done. Oh, I want to show you what I'm basing. This is what I have. I have these cards that came with the set. They're really beautiful art cards. So there's, his name is They're Minerals. They're Minerals. That's Mike. Yeah, science. He's awesome. You know what? It's funny because his eyes are, yeah, just my, better call me. That's Saul. Better call me. Don't do that. And then say my name. So that's who we're going to be working on right now. And I've got my little awesome reference here. So when I was using this as a reference, I'm going to exaggerate. Actually, no, this is what I was using as my reference. This awesome art right here, because this is somebody else's miniature painting, and I didn't want to really copy that. But copying 2D art is kind of cool. Good afternoon, Fraley. How are you? Good. I'm doing good too. We had like kind of a nutty start, but we're sliding in here. All right, let's go. To warm up, I'm just gonna paint the shirt, and I want to use sort of like, I'm gonna use a green. Let's do this green right here. Spring green, that looks like a good color. And we'll desaturate a little bit with some other color. I'm not sure just yet. There we go. What is everybody else doing today? What is your weekend looking like? Amberden's going to a workshop. That sounds like a blast. This is Irati green. It might be, to be honest, it might be too, actually that is probably too green. I'm gonna go with a bluer green, like boreal tree green or black forest green. Probably black forest green. Seems like it's a little flatter than the other one. Yeah, we'll do that. A little bit more blue in that. Okay, so I'm going to start with my light green. And I'm looking at my card and I can see I want to maybe do purple shadows possibly. This artist used black shadows. And then he's got, I don't know if you can see this, but there's this little line of fluorescent, well, it will look fluorescent when I get it on, but it's basically, ooh, that looks good. I like that. It's like a fluorescent orange that's kind of, the light is coming off. All right, we're gonna base coat this nice and thick. There we go. Get a nice heavy layer of that on there. That is perfect. That's the greatest color. Excited now. Cat hair right here. If you guys need me to try to get the focus on here just a little bit better, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to continue. I know some people lurk and they work, so looking at the model is not as important. And some people really want to see what's going on, so just fill me in if stuff needs some focus. There we go. There's cat hair all over my brush. By the way, look behind me. I've got both the geckos in the tank now, and both of them are in the two logs. I guess they're cork bark logs that are right in the middle under the plant light. So maybe that's warm. They like that. Because honestly, the warm side is under this dome, and I was kind of surprised that they didn't go over there. I was like, well, okay, I guess you guys want to lay on the poolside. That's fine. You regulate your body heat. Yeah, you need a gecko cam, but it'd be a really boring cam. I'm telling you, it would be a waste. You'd rather have a pallet cam. The gecko cam is them sleeping, because it's like they don't stay awake during the day. Geckos love the chill life. Exactly. How are you doing, Anastasia? All right. I feel really irritated by the focus on this camera. Rawr. I don't know if I can fix it. Maybe when Mike gets home. He's going to be home in about an hour. Maybe not even an hour, hopefully. That's the perfect green. And it's not going to be the same green as my Mike character either. That's good. All right, so we're getting all the base coating on. You're doing decently. It's been a while since you've been here. A lot of stuff going on IRL. I've seen a lot of your work on YouTube. Awesome. That's so good. I've been trying to keep up on my YouTube and keep the Twitch links and Twitch uploads coming. I don't think I've uploaded anything since I went to Australia. I'm not sure. I'll have to look. I really love how that's turning out. All right, let's go into the little crevice here, because I see you could make that green as well. One of the things I'm going to do as soon as I get done painting this base coat is I'm going to put both of these on pins, because again, that was probably another reason why I needed to. There we go. Looks good. Okay, let's get some pinning done. Your geckos will, yeah. All right, here we go, pins. Yeah, that's a good, nice, good blade. I think I've got some wire for that. And here's my wire. There we go. Oh, you know what I need? Instead of this thin, I'm going to do something. That's the wrong bit. That's the wrong bit for that. Let's use this, and I'm going to put a nice, more hefty wire in there. So does anybody else get any bingo squares done by chance? I think I'll use this one. Yeah, every time I say bingo, you're gonna say bing. That's awesome, thank you. So let me just take a look at my own bingo card real quick here. I'm gonna look and see. As you guys know, I got done this guy last time on stream. No, that is so out of focus. We're not putting up with that. Let me try this again, guys. Oh, this hasn't happened to me before. I don't know what to do. Usually everything is in perfect focus. Maybe there's something on my lens. Let me try to see if I can clean it. Every now and then I'll get a lot of schmutz or paint on my camera lens, because I don't usually have that bad a problem. let's try this. All right, bear with me while I do this. Seems better. Seems a little better. Oh. Okay, let's go back and try to refocus. Okay, give me 1 second. So sorry again. Today's not my day with tech. Holy cow, that made a huge difference. So the sharpness was turned all the way down and there was all kinds of issues. Now we can see things really nice and crisp. I'm glad I got that fixed because that would have driven me nuts. Anyway, now look at this. How much better is that? Boom. Let's look at all these again now that we can see them better. Yeah. You hate fine cast? There we go. He's got to get his eyes painted. A little better on the, his eyes still aren't quite, but they're really, that might be easier to see them. I think it's the white on the eyes that's causing a little bit of blasting out with the brightness. And there we go. So much better, so much better. Now you can see what I'm doing. There we go. He needs his eyes painted. Does he need his eyes? No, his eyes are in there. They're just itty bitty. They're just itty bitty. All right, let's go back to our boy and my reference. Here's my other reference, and we're trying to match that. And so far, I think I'm getting a pretty good match. Got to fix this belly. We're gonna pin something in here so that we can get holding better. Hi, Jimmy. How are ya? We are working on the basically Shelf of Shame bingo, and the idea is that I have all these unfinished models that I never completed, and so the idea is to get, let's see, I'm gonna try to get both this one and this one done in one stream. That is gonna be my goal, to get them done. Oh, that reminds me, I gotta show you guys something. Look, Amberden. You'll be so excited. Look who's fixed. She's all ready. That girl is gonna be given away. I gotta fix a few little things on her wings, and I'm so excited because she's like my favorite of the two, I think, also. And we gave her a little blood on her chin. This is the Vampire Bust Elzbieta by Coddle Ruddick. And you can go to coddleruddickart, I think.com. I think that's the URL. And pick that up. And that we did a paint along a while back. So here's, I'm going to show you guys a whole bunch of models you're going to want now. I got the gourd on. I got his little ponytail on, and I even fixed, you can't barely see it, but there's a Bondic like fingernail right there. Could I type the name? Absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Karolru. Oh, Mr. Scott G. You are so amazing. Mr. Scott G knows what it's about. Coddle Ruddick Art. There it is. Anyway, oh, that gourd just fell off again. See? I'm not sure what to do. Maybe I should... I think I need to resculpt the little rope. I think that's what needs to be done. And reinforce that somehow, because maybe get a little dental floss or something, because that is not going to stay on. Now I got to put that back in my box. Can I pin it? I can't pin it. No, look, there's nothing to pin it to. So look at that. See how you can't see how that there's a little tiny rope here, and then there's, because it used to have a full rope, and then there's this little bitty thing. So I can't, there's nothing to drill into. Yeah, like small copper wire, exactly. I think that might be what I need to do. And pin the very small, maybe just glue the copper wire to it. That's what I'm thinking. All right. All right, now I'm going to use a little green. This is the dark green. I'm going to mix it with my, ooh, that's not going to work. Let's go with abyssal blue for my shadow color, because it has quite a bit of green in it. And mix that. That's much better. Much better. Yeah. All right, so let's look at the card. And look where all my shadows are. There's a lot of shadows over here. And basically, I'm just going to sketch in some shadows here. And then use my brush, water it down completely. And there we go. It's much better. Okay. Get in there with the shadows again. Now what I'll come back and do after I've got my kind of shadow sketched in is I'll come back with my highlight again later and crisp stuff up. I want to get all that marked in there first. You found her. Good. I'm so glad. Thank you for that, Mr. Scott G. That's awesome. Mr. Scott G gets mod points for the day. Doing a good job. And now we're getting some of those shadows in there. Now a little bit of the base color with the shadow color is, ooh, that's too much. There we go, fix it. Now I'm going to take my glasses off so I can see if I can blend this to the point where I don't have any brush strokes in the hair. Might have to do a few layers. That's better. Much better. I actually have paper towels today, so that is one thing I actually have. There we go. You guys know I always try to keep a paper towel to blot and control my water. There we go. Now I'm going to use the straight up dark blue because he's got some seams here. And I'm just going to paint those seams right in. There we go. think he's got him over here as well. Does he go? Yeah, there we go. Themes will also help kind of give me a few delineations of where light should be stopping and starting as well. Let's get some of that green back. Gonna wet blend a little bit. Now, the whole style of this model that I'm painting is going to be in this kind of painterly, almost like a little canvas. They're all going to be similar. Not completely smooth blended. Which is something you're going to learn in Banshee's classes. Not everything has to be smooth. All right, Shoshie, you have to bed. Oh, it's okay, Anastasia. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Yes, always nice to have you in the chat. Hey, Grizzy Book, is that how I say your name? Grizzy Book 132. How are you? We're working on the chemical set. It's a bust. This is basically Walter White, right? From Breaking Bad. We got most of his face painted already, so we're just trying to finish him up. Get some more of that shadow color in there. So you can see my old watercolor style coming out again. Let's just go ahead and put that in there so I can paint all the highlights over it. I'll layer those. There we go. This way things are nice and opaque where they need to be, and then go in there and I'm sketching out everything so that I know where all the colors are going to be. So far. So before, I don't know if you saw when I was trying to smooth brush strokes out, before I did up and down, now I'm doing back and forth. And by having those kind of layers on top of each other, that should help camouflage brush strokes quite a bit, actually. All right, now, again, put the green down in the neckline. Thanks for that, Mr. Scott G. Have you started on the bingo at all, or has anybody thought about starting on it? Because it's not just for me, it's for anybody who wants to try to get some models done off their shelf of shame. There we go. Blending that up. All right, give me a second. I'm going to take my glasses off and have my little inner monologue while I blend this. Get some of the, there we go, yeah. All I'm doing is layering a blend right on top of the shadow color that I already did. So some of that's gonna look less sketchy here in a minute, less sketched. That's better. Now I think it needs, let's look at the card. It looks like there's more white. I'm going to add, I'm going to add this flesh tone that's not exactly white, but it's going to hopefully, because I feel like if I add white, it's going to get too, oh yeah, that's better. It's going to get too pastel-like, and I don't want that to happen. So if you can see, all of his light source is coming from probably above him and then behind him. So that's why I'm painting white on the back here. That's gonna be better. There we go. It's almost kind of like Mike Cousin's comic style. Not quite, but I'm gonna get some of that in there. Let's do a teeny bit of white and see what happens. That white has been sitting in my palette for a little while, so I don't know how it's gonna behave. Not bad, not bad. I like it. What happened? Alexis Rain, I can't see what you typed. Oh, you said hi guys? Oh, it's the hi guys emote. I don't know why it didn't show up on my screen. That's weird. How are you? Which is being weird. Let's do a little bit of the lighter green this time. How are you doing, Alexis Rain? We're painting the chemical set because part of my bingo from my shelf of shame bingo is to paint a bust. And this bust I've had lying around for so long. And we just finished painting this Tiny Led's owl. This little guy, he's so cute. We just finished painting him, so they're by the same company. And so I thought I would go ahead and do the same company again while we're on a roll. All right, so far that's looking better with that wider side. Much better. And we need some of that white and some of that peach. I'm going to do it up here on this side of his collar. Heading to dinner. All right. Awesome. It is Friday night, isn't it? We're kind of like in this new time zone. We're trying this out. The 4 to 7. It's an oddball time zone because we're hoping to catch some of the Australians in the morning and then some of the West Coast people getting home from work. Let's do a little bit of this darker green. That's feeling, there we go. That seems better, sort of. A little too, it's the wrong color, isn't it? Pull it back off. I drilled the hole and I forgot to put the wire in it. Silly me. That's better, way better. Let's glue that. Some of my Loctite Super Glue Professional Liquid. Sometimes I touch the model too much when I don't pin it, so we're gonna fix that right now. There we go. Perfect. And we need to clip that. And we'll stick this on a holder. There we go. Let's do it like this. I don't know if this is going to be big enough or not. There we go. Oh, perfect. Now, if you haven't seen this before, this is my Wrath Core holder. I haven't used mine in a while, but I can hold it like this, right? I can hold it like this, and then I can rest my hand on the bar to try to get more accurate. Luminous, how are you? We are painting the chemical set from Tiny Leads. How are you? All right, there we go. We're gonna smooth that out. You just started miniature building with friends? Oh, Alexis just started miniature building with friends and purchased Tamiya cement plastic. Yeah, come to find out it doesn't work on War Machine. No, it doesn't. You could use it with Warhammer stuff though. I don't know if you've got any of that. Keep it in your toolkit though, because don't throw it away, because you'll be able to use it for something eventually, right? Doing well, ready for work to be over for the day. I hear you. I hear that. We're all ready for Friday, aren't we? Friday. There we go. I just stopped myself from singing that song by Rebecca Black that was on her bat mitzvah. She's probably like almost 30 now. All right. I keep reminding myself, don't overblend it, because this is kind of, I'm trying to do sort of a painterly style. Things are drying really funny today. There we go. I'm gonna go back over here with that green again. That's much better. Sometimes I have to turn stuff upside down in order to get into the crannies. There we go. And then a little bit of green in here as well. That's why it's so good to have a miniature holder like this, or even like GW makes one. A lot of people are making miniature holders these days. All right, I'm taking my glasses off. Now is where I'm gonna do some more fine detail work here. Attempt to anyway. And I can layer this up. If you want to get my attention, just make sure to do @Shoshie's Minis, because glasses are currently off. Yeah, that's better. That's so much better. Thank you for posting the chemical set. Also, Mr. Scott G, you can do ! paint, and that will pull up the chemical set as well. You use a pill bottle and poster tag. Yeah. So this is that's my old way of doing things. Very effective as well. Yeah, you don't have to buy a holder. Many people use home remedy, or home brew types of things. Personally, I wanted a holder because I'm streaming. I want it to look nice, and so people are watching me stream, and I want it to look attractive on the stream. But if you're just painting for yourself, it doesn't matter, does it? There we go. So now, see, we're starting to get some of the detail work in here. Kind of getting some of the highlights that I started. I want to use, yeah. I use a little skin tone color with this instead of flat white. Oh yeah, see what the difference that makes? Just a little bit of yellow instead. Makes it seem more realistic, less chalky. Like that. Now I just got to blend it in as well as I can. Okay, let me look at chat. Yeah, I gotta look pro, exactly. Amberton says you can buy bundles of 10 demijohn, I'm not sure how to say that, large corks from eBay, which are perfect for holders, including 54 and 75 millimeter scale. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's look at the card. You know, I almost see like a little bit of light blue in that card. I'm gonna try that and see what happens. Where's my light blue? That's speed metal, that's the wrong color. Okay, we're gonna go over here. I'm gonna thin this down. This is the Pro Acryl Faded Ultramarine, and I'm gonna thin it down a lot with some white and see if I can make that into a very pastel blue for my shirt. That actually is gonna work. Let's try this. See, it's blue, it's not white, but yeah, that looks cool. I like that. See how that looks? Now we can blend some of that green back into it. I'm gonna take glasses off again. Blaze the green back on top. You know, I just killed it. What did I do? So that shadow is really cartoony looking. So let's look at the card again. Well, it's kind of working, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna put this highlight over here a little bit and over here. That's better. I like that light. And then we can hit these buttons. And then the apex of some of these highlights as well. Actually, no, I need to go straight in with the green with this. Because this side is a little bit darker, actually. We're just going to go with the green and not worry about the dark highlights. Hello. Hi, RG Bauer. How are you? It's late. Isn't it late there? I don't know what time it is, but I know your time zone's drastically different than mine. Or is it early morning? I bet it's early morning over there. Oh, no. Did you guys see what I did? Let's see if I can save that. Maybe I can wipe some of that off. Man. I'm gonna make this into a happy accident. You mark my words. How did I get that on there? Where did that come from? All over. Yes, folks, even the pros end up putting paint all over their models, and not in the happy, nice way. Okay, we're gonna use the shadow color over here. There we go. Did you guys see me as I was doing that? Did anybody scream, oh no? Okay, I got it. I got this. I got this. There's a little schmutz on his face over here. I'm gonna try to scratch off because it's almost like 3D. Nope. Cover it with a little flesh tone, maybe. Ooh. We'll get it. I'm putting a little bit of green in my brush to kind of desaturate some of the flesh that I just put on, because it's pretty intense. That actually works pretty well. Now I can check chat. Thanks, RG Bauer. Oh no, did you? I got it though. Yeah, my hand, now that my hands are covered in dried paint. Thank goodness. Did somebody clip that? That would have been a fun clip to share. I need a little bit, what do I need? I need some kind of dark rosy color, like a, maybe not that one. Sandalwood, no. Put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Let's do mahogany from the Pro Krill. Oh yeah, wash it off or I'll do it again. Okay, give me a second. I've got a rag somewhere down here. Here, I've got paper towels. Put some alcohol on my hands. This might work. A little bit of acetone. Yeah, that comes right off. You can see where I cut myself. See where the blue line is? I cut myself the other day. That was no fun. Okay. Mostly off. I'm turning into a Smurfette, exactly. All right. Now we need to go back and give some more layers again, because this stuff dries slightly differently. Maybe I can do a little texturing and see how that looks. Let's try some fine texturing so that it looks like on purpose, right? We're gonna make up and down brush strokes with my green. Yeah, that's gonna work better, I think. Sometimes if you can't get something smooth, don't fight it. just texturize it. And I'm not going to do it everywhere. I'm going to kind of place my textures in spots like I'm drawing, right? Like I'm drawing. So now it almost feels like a cloth. And then the non-blendedness is on purpose. Do that again. Let's do it like this. Yeah. Now it's going to feel like a fine fiber. Try doing it over here. We'll just say that wherever the light is, then that's not touching it. Okay. Back with my green right here by the seam. See if I can highlight that a smidge. That looks pretty good. Good. Now all the volumes on his front of his shirt need work. Need work. Where's my glasses? There we go. All right. Good night. Ketless Rain. Have a good night. So let's see. Let's do on this side. We need our orange, almost like this, to be a highlight over here. Because remember, he's backlit, and we're trying to catch that little bit of backlit-ness. There's some on the bottom of his beard as well. Subtle, subtle. Mix it with the green this time. Today is going to be kind of a chill stream, do you think? There we go. Take some more of that at the top of this. So I need a little bit of this fluorescent. You'll see why in a minute here. I need to shake it really good. Just a smidge, and I'm gonna water it down quite a bit with my green and my yellow over here. Do this, and we're gonna hit some of this ear. Is gonna look. It's called transdermal light, I think is what it's called. See, and by adding that fluorescent bit right there, keeps the intensity of the flesh tone, but makes it have that kind of see-through-esque quality. Uh-oh. What did I do? There we go. We started it over here, but I don't think I got very far. There we go. See, that makes a big difference, and it saturates it again. Fortunately, there we go. That's much better. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then we're gonna put a little bit right there on his nose. And is there any on his belly? Let's look. Not really. Just on the side of his face. I like that though a lot. See what that does. I think I'm just going to throw a little bit down here just because it doesn't need it, but it needs a little bit of, there we go. Actually, technically that should be just a little bit more highlighted actually. Let's do this. Yeah, I want a lighter. Because his belly's going to be pale, right? Because he's been in meth labs and stuff. Let's look at his lips. Okay. Lips also get some of that bright color. What orange? It was, oh, sorry about that. It was the model color fluorescence. I don't currently have the scale 75 fluorescence yet. Hopefully I will be getting those. Okay, let's see. Now I need sort of a, this color. We're gonna use Arbuckle's brown because I need some kind of shadow color for my flesh that I can desaturate a little bit because there's some pretty deep shadows. Uh-oh. Pretty deep shadows, which I can easily pick out with that. That looks good. Kind of thinned it out into a glaze a little bit. All right, and then he's got some did lick my brush. I did. Don't do it. Don't lick it. Gotta remind myself. I like that. I like that a lot. That burgundy in there. Let's see if I can do that over here as well. That's good. So that green, that red next to the belly here, we can glaze it over the whole belly, make it look alive. I love skin tones. It's my jam. This is kind of a cartoony skin tones. It's got some heavy wrinkles here. I feel like I want to take this out. Let's take this out and hold it. Okay. So again, with the little bit of fluorescent in here in the middle. Add a ruddiness. We need to add that ruddiness back in. Got some down here as well. And he's got a lot. Oh my gosh. I just noticed the lip of his mouth is hilarious. All right, let's do this color in there. Oh my gosh, with the subscriber. Steve Amy Texas, thank you for the subscription. 20 months. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. 20 months of subscribing to me. And tier 2. That's fantastic. Thank you. I lost my lid again. There it is. I think I need to do a desk overhaul when I get done with this stream. Steve, AMA, Texas. Thank you so much. You're ashamed to say you also accidentally lick your brushes on purpose. Mr. Finley, how are you? You've seen other people lick their brushes and you don't know why. So there's 2 reasons that people lick their brushes, Mr. Finley. And one is, I'm going to give some hype real quick to Steve, AMA, Texas, for that awesome subscribing. So one of the reasons why people, do that again. One of the reasons why people do it is to point their brush, because they use their mouth to point it. But you don't need to do that. You can point it other ways, right? You can also, people also lick their brushes so that they can use the spit to blend. Hello.
Hello.
Are you gonna come and be on the stream? Fine, be that way. He's making dinner.
Making dinner for both of us.
What are you making? Oh, that's right. He's making smoked chicken. All right.
Right now it's beer 30.
It's beer 30. Okay. I guess I don't know what that means.
It's time to have beer.
Time to have beer.
Making today. Ooh, cool.
Chemical set.
Mr. White never had his belly show me.
Yes, he did. Look.
Oh, I suppose.
Old man Logan just subscribed. Go Broncos! Yay! Haha! Thank you so much, old man Logan. Yeah, they're just in their little hole. They're each in both of those cork holes. That sounds bad. Old man. Yes. Old man Logan. How are you? For 2 months you've been subscribing to me, and I really appreciate that. Oop, we got to do another underscore at the end. Yay. How are the Broncos? I have to say that I haven't been watching anything.
NFL is playing this spring.
But I mean, they're practicing. How are they looking?
I have no idea.
Well, Broncos fans would know. Doing well. Oh, old man Logan's doing well. That's good. Anyway, he has his belly showing because he was running around in his underpants in that one scene. That's why. Mike's like a Breaking Bad aficionado or something.
I wouldn't say that.
All right, I just plopped down some color here to try to hide a bad brush stroke. Get some pink on there. That's a little bit yellow. Ooh. See, we can let that dry a little bit. Trouble with the pastels and the... Okay, now... Broncos had what seemed to be a good draft, but if anything tells us from the past 2 years, who really knows? Yeah, exactly. You don't know till you see him in action. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with the blending of this. I need a desaturated color. Let's try blacker brown. Let's see if that can bring us back. Oop, that's got too much medium in it. Shake it. That's better. Mini Painting Studio just subscribed. Wow. Hey, Mini Painting Studio. How you be? This 4 months in a row too. That's fantastic, Minnie. So I don't know if I can say your name, but Mini Painting Studio and I are going to be teaching a tandem class together at ReaperCon, kind of basically to show people how two drastically different styles can be painted on the same model and get a really good result, and kind of just compare, contrast, that kind of stuff. It's going to be really fun. So if you are coming to ReaperCon, check that out. It's me and Josh Studio. There we go. Mini Paint. Oh, did I mess that up? I did mess that up. ING. There we go. Sorry about that. It's okay. I can say Josh. Okay. And so, yeah, there we go. We're painting the chemical set from Tiny Leads. We've got some of it already painted, and in order to get my bingo paint a bust, I'm gonna need to finish Walter and Mike. These two are needing to be done, and then maybe that's Mike. That's Hank. Hank, Mike. This is Mike. Mike is done. Mike is all done. Although Mike does have some tiny little aberrations on his face that I need to try to work on. Let me see if I can fix. There's a little dot. There we go, right there. And there's another dot up here. That's better, much better. Yeah, his eyes are done. I think I want to paint Walter's eyes because his... Yeah, we need to do something here. Let me look at my card. So this is the card of the reference that we're doing, and I need to put like a cool... Let's do a blue spot right here for his pate. A little bit more blue. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. So Josh, we're trying to paint this in a style that I'm hoping looks very painterly. I want it to look like the style of the art card here. And that's a little tricky. Do a shining spot right there. Oh, see, I don't know what I did, but I messed it up. Let's try to glaze it back. There we go. That helped. Cool down that part of the nose. And the part of the ear, we're going to cool down as well. And then over here. Add a little fluorescent in here. The fluorescent paint has separated, so I need to go ahead and shake this one more time. So yeah, let me do a shout out for Mini Painting Studio. Also, Josh is also a painter and a streamer that you guys should follow. Shout out! Spell Studio right. There we go. Loving these. The style of the sculpt is killer for me. Yeah, this is the same company that did the little owl that I just got finished with. So I really like this guy's style, just jives with mine so much. So I actually need a sponge, I think. Let me. I lost my tone up here. I'm not sure what happened. Let's see if I can glaze this a little bit. Yeah, that worked. And a little bit of whitish color. A little bit of, I'm actually gonna throw a tiny bit of green in this. Just a smidge. See what that does? I need it even brighter though. Try a little white. Oh no, you know what I need is ivory, not white. Trying to rematch stuff. We haven't picked up these minis in probably over 3 years. It was probably 2016 was the last time I painted on these, maybe. So I'm having to match a style and a color palette of something that I was working on 3 years ago is going to be tricky. All right, we're going to go back to the blue because, there we go. Kind of works. Yeah, we'll say it works. Nice. Okay. That means we need to go a little smidge darker back here. That will also help make that highlight look brighter. Oh, and I just noticed a very nice kind of halo effect on the back of his head. Yeah, that's gonna need to come up. So the weird thing about this model is that the light source is on the back of his head. We need to go back here. Let me put my fingerprints on that. Desaturate, desaturate. Over here. Hey, Spear. It has been 1 hour and 26 minutes. We should probably take a little stretch break then. Am I right? There, I'm getting some of that smooth. A little better now. All right, I'm gonna assume that the back of his head is, again, more. Let's do that. Take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yeah, okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna finish blending this and then we'll take a stretch. You need that. Wish I could tell you why my paint is being so streaky today. I don't really know what's happening. That's better. Love the front. The back, not so much. You love these? All right, you have a good one, Josh. Thanks so much for popping by. All right, we're gonna do a stretch break, so give me a second here. Everybody, time to get up out of your seats if you can and give a stretch. Stretch your toes. Take a drink of water. It's good. We're gonna paint some more. Ooh, I just popped my back a little bit. That felt good. Help, you can't get out of your seat. Like I said, if you don't want to get out of your seat, just stretch your arms, stretch your neck, look up, look far away, kind of refocus your eyes. All right. Oops, this one. There we go. All right. I'm going to set him back in the box because yes. All right. I'm having a few issues with my color. I don't want it to look that cartoony. White. I need to blend it a little bit more then. Okay, now I'm gonna draw in these shadows a smidge more. That's much better. A little bit smoother now. Okay, that's looking good. Now just need, what are we gonna do? We need to do that pinkish yellow on the side there. We're gonna use the fluorescence now. And I'm just gonna kind of hit highlights so that it looks as if that light source and let's see, his buttons are white. Pardon me, I'm gonna mute myself. No, I'm not gonna mute myself because I know I'll accidentally turn something off I don't want to turn off. Let's just use ivory on the buttons up here. That looks cute. Oh my God, that looks great. Perfect. All right, now I'm ready to detail. Let's do just a smidge of edge highlighting, not a lot, because again, I don't want to look too cartoonish. If I edge highlight it all over the place, it's gonna definitely look cartoonish. Oh, I see my name. Yeah, Mr. Finley has a question. Am I self-taught? Mr. Finley, no. I'm not self-taught. I have many, many, many teachers that I have used over the years. I also have a Bachelor of Fine Art. So I have a lot of training, a lot of training. And so my goal is to pass on some of that training to you guys, you know? Hopefully that's good. Hopefully that's good that I have a background in art. But it doesn't mean that you can't learn to get, you know, this kind of result also, right? That's why people come here, so that they can learn stuff. And I think it's good to have many teachers. It's good to have lots of, you know, lots of exposure to lots of things and different mediums even. Like I used to be a fine art watercolorist, and now I'm miniature painting, but my watercolor background still kind of comes out in some of my painting, right? Well, and this is like this, I'm kind of painting like a canvas painter on a mini, and that works really well with these kind of funny, what do you call it? Caricaturized figures also. There, I'm gonna put that there. Do that, yeah. Your wife loves watercolor? Watercolor is awesome. I love it too. And it's not showing his other ear, but I'm just gonna guess, and we're gonna put a little of that fluorescent in his ear as well. Just gonna guess. I need to shake this real good. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Boom. That's mixed. And I don't know why that ends up all over the top of my nozzle there. Let's wipe all that off. So there are artists out there, miniature artists specifically, that will claim to be self-taught. But it's rare. It's really rare. Everybody has picked up stuff from somebody. Even if you're copying another person's work and you taught yourself how to copy their stuff, that person still, you know, came before you and figured out, you know, what to do. So I don't really believe in a self-taught artist per se, if that makes any sense. Everything has already been done in the art world, in my opinion. There's very little original art out there. Let me look at his mouth. Nope, it's back there. Okay, so we're almost done. We're almost done. See that little fluorescent again. I like that. I'm gonna do another bit right here. Another bit right here. That looks really cool to me. Blend that more. A little bit more green on there. What will I do with this piece? So look at this, Mr. Finley. I've got this one, and I have this one. I have this one. These are all from the same set. There's 5 of them. There's Saul. Love him. He's all done. He's all done. Look at how cartoony and stuff he is, actually. There's Mike. He's not done. That's Mike. Sorry, this is Mike. He's done. Those 3 are done. And then I've got to finish these 2. And then I'm going to hopefully make some kind of bust or diorama, or like some sort of diorama, or I don't know, not a diorama, but you know, like a display with the different busts, so they look cool. All right, that looks. I think that's. What do you think? It looks almost done, doesn't it? Let me fix a little bit on his belly again. Do a little bit more. A little bit of red in there. Ah, too much. And mix it actually on the model. There we go. That worked. Before it dries, I'm going to smooth that. A little bit underneath his belly button, because there's, yeah. I like that. Okay, let me look at the card again. Let's go for some slightly brighter lights. Sometimes you have to exaggerate. We're going to exaggerate the little band-aid on his nose. Like that. Oh my god, I still have to paint his eyes. Let's look at his eyes. Okay. Yeah, they need to be painted. Holy crap. Give me a second. I gotta find the right brush for this, because I need a small... Here, we'll use this Red Grass Games brush. By the way, guys, check this out. I am now affiliated with Red Grass Games. I totally forgot to mention this. Grass. Is that gonna work? And so I'm affiliated now. So if you want to buy these brushes or the wet palette that I'm using, which is also by them, right? Then you can go to that website, and I do get a little bit of a kickback. So it's another way to help the stream. I can't remember if there is a slight discount or not. I don't think so. But if there is, somebody let me know. Here we go. There's a nice sharp brush from Red Grass Games. This is their 00. They only have two brushes, the 00 and the 2. So there's the 2. And I like their brushes. I mean, I have lots of different kinds of brushes, but these are nice. I definitely would tell you if I didn't like them. That's for sure. All right, I'm going to take a little brown. I'm going to go in here on his belly because I feel like that line is too blue. Much better. A little bit more brown down here. Ooh, too much brown. So much. There we go. All right, for sure. Woo! Aw, another subscriber. Eeny Minis, how you doing? 3 months. You're so awesome. I haven't seen you in a little. It's been a few days, huh? Eeny Minis, I'm gonna write you down here. Eeny. There we go. Really appreciate that sub. Let's do a yeah, we got some hype for you. Awesome. So we're about ready to. No, you're awesome. Aw. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Using the red, it looks better, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add a little red in the shadow there. Some nuance. Makes the shadows actually slightly deeper. And the reason why they look deeper with the red on the green is because red and green are opposites on the color wheel. And sometimes when you're using complementary colors, you can get some really nice contrast like that. Not always, but this time, yes. It feels good. I like that. I think it needed that kind of dark purple deepness. And I'm going to smooth that out. Feels 3D. Feels like his shirt is a shirt, or he is wearing something now. It doesn't feel like he's sculpted like he was. I'm going to put little drop shadows under the buttons. We give them a little depth as well. There we go. Let's get this belly button. Check this again. Yeah. Now, because it's a belly button, we can put a little rosiness. Okay. Now, I feel like there's stuff on the eyes. I need to go in and get those wrinkles, because those are a big part of this mini. There we go. Nice. All right. Well, let's look at these eyes again. The way I'm going to start these eyes, I need some black. Or some other dark color will be fine. This is flat black. That'll be good. Just a little bit. All right. Now, in the card, he's kind of got kind of manic eyes. Let's see if I can do this. It's going to be very tricky to see. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'm gonna use a little red and a little blue mixed together to get sort of a dark color that's not black. Ah! I kinda wanna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. Yeah. He looks grumpy for sure. The lines between his teeth. And then there's a whole shadow, which I'm going to again use this same color on top of his mouth. That made a big difference. I love that. Okay, that made a big difference to me. Now, let's see if I can see the color of his eyes. They're kind of blue. We can do that. All we need is this light blue, and we're going to go back over part of that semicircle of the eyeball we did. It may not read as blue. There's like a whole hollow piece in there. I'm gonna need a brighter blue. Sometimes when you are painting with, you know, tiny eyes and stuff. You need a bright color to be able to read as blue. We're going to use this Adriatic blue instead. The pastel blue that I had wasn't cutting it. Let me check my chat real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Aw. These are some cool minis. They're very cool. Is there a model that you can buy for a total beginner that's easy to paint? Let me think. So Mr. Finley, what I would do is go to Reaper and get their Reaper Bones series. They're plastic, so they're not expensive at all. And they're really actually not hard to paint either. And they give you something less expensive to practice on. Oh yeah, look at those. That made a big difference on his eyes. I can actually see his expression now. He looks kind of mad. That's the idea, right? He's supposed to be a little bit cray. Give him a little, there we go. I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna look at my card. I'm gonna go ahead and with my ivory, I'm gonna get back here and highlight his teeth again. That's much better. Let me look at his lip. At the inside of his lip, we've got some reddish kind of. There we go. Like that, and then we can go back with that lighter color for his lips. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get some more of this kind of little bit of fluorescent mixed with my burgundy, my Arbuckle's brown, to get this kind of color, like a desaturated. Color the whole lip, and then what I can do is with my lighter color here, I can highlight even the wrinkles of his lip, because he was wandering around in the desert for a while, right? And I'll end up glazing that again once that dries, so that way it's not the same value as the teeth. I really like that. That looks cool. I think I'm almost done with him. Let's look at this again. He's got just the smidgest amount of fluorescent in his eyes even. I might not be able to duplicate that part. Yeah, I got it. There we go. It's cool. Yeah, Mr. Finley, try those Bones minis. They're easy to paint, and they also, like I said, they will. They're really cheap because they're meant for beginners and stuff, and for D&D people. There we go. So you see how I glazed that with a thin, watered down lip color. You still see the highlight. That a little bit as well. Let's look at the back. We need to repaint a lot of the black. I'm going to look at the back of the mini as well. I don't know how well I did on the backs of these. Let me look. We did some. Let's do a little bit of this blue. We're going to do some shading. I know you're going to think that's crazy. We're going to mix a little bit of flesh tone in it. Nope, that's not right. That's a little brighter brown. There we go. So my idea is that the light source is coming from the back of his head, so he does have a little bit more light, with the brightest point being up on the top here. Almost, like I said, it's like canvas painting in a way. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll do some of this orange back here. Do a little bit more of that orangish color on his ears. Feels about done. Feels close anyway. Good. Okay. I think we can call him. Heads or tail? What do you guys think? Do you think we maybe need a little bit of whites in some spots? Let me put a little bit of white on him somewhere. Let's see, what have I got? White. I've got white sands. Oh no, I found my white. No, yeah, let's use white sands. It's more warm. And it's even brighter than that other ivory that I had. All right, I'm spit blending a little bit. I know I'm not supposed to. That's okay. Just put a little touch right here in the middle of his pate. Give that kind of a hot spot, right? Okay, they all kind of match now. Let's take a look at them together. I want to make sure they look okay. Now that one has I got a little green in it. Oops. There. That's much better. And now we can put a few of those highlights that were on Josh. Was this guy's name? This guy's name was Josh, wasn't it? Maybe. I don't remember the name of the main characters. It's so bad. What do you think? Is that done enough? Your name is Josh. Yes, Josh. What was the name of this guy? Do you guys remember? Jesse. Jesse, that's right. Oh, I can't believe I didn't remember that. Jesse. I don't remember Jesse's last name, but that's okay. I don't think we need to. Thank you. Okay. I think I'm happy enough with that one. Oops, I just messed that up again. Okay. Jesse and Walter. Walter. Do a little bit of blue on the eyebrow up there. Just pushing my highlights now a little bit, you know, tweaking it. This one doesn't have his glasses. Makes me think I should make some glasses. Look at that. That looks really pretty close to the other one, doesn't it? It's kind of weird. Oh, he does have eyebrows though, doesn't he? Yes. Let's try to do a little eyebrow action here. I'm gonna use the brown. Yeah, that eyebrow's important. That's important. I gotta do both sides of the eyebrows too. There we go. Now I'm gonna give the eyebrow a little highlight. Good. That was too much. I need to kill that. I got too bright. All we gotta do is put a little bit of a darker color, glaze it back on. We can fix it. See, I fixed it. Now it's gonna bug me. It's supposed to be more grayish. Let's see if I can make that into a grayish color. Perfect. Ooh, I did it. Okay. The guy with the breathing mask has such nice gradients and shading. Thank you. Yeah, he's kind of like, this one was painted 3 years and then this one was painted, like, so there's such a big gap of a difference. Now, here's the part that I need to do. I'm gonna get my black again. I'm gonna use my matte black. Is this, no, that's Abyssal Blue. Here's my matte black. Flat black. Just put this on the, I got my pin. There we go. Hopefully that's enough. And what I will do is gently, oh, I just noticed all of this down here I need to work on a little bit. Kind of just to, you know, make sure that it's not too unpainted. It was a little thin. There we go. I'm gonna use just a smidge of blue in there. Probably going, why are you adding blue? It's just to cool things down a little bit, add a little bit of desaturating again. We're desaturating the colors, still looking a little Caucasian under there. That way if somebody looks, they say, oh, it's at least it's painted. And it's kind of reflecting the green underneath. You know how when you stick a dandelion under your chin, do you remember that? I don't know if anybody did that. I know girls did that when I was in grade school. You'd make a wish. You'd say, or no, you'd say, do you like butter? And then they'd stick that under your chin, and if you liked butter, then it would be yellow under your chin. Anybody else do that? Work internet is so annoying. Oh no, I'm sorry. All right, we're gonna flip him upside down. We're gonna do the black all over the niceness. I feel like this is an important step of painting, is doing this to, you know, it's almost like you're finishing it, you're framing it. Not quite, but you want this to be painted too. Make sure any super glue that you have is already dry. All right, I'm going to set that down to let that dry. And I'm going to just check over this one a little bit. This one just has some touch up to do, it looks like. I just want to make sure that they're all the same as each other. Water, a little bit of water. Okay. Just gonna go over the others real quick. That one looks pretty good, actually. All doesn't need much. What about Mike? Yep, Mike needs painted. He had some chipped paint on his underside. And then this one? Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. There we go. All right, that looks good. We just have Hank left to do. And I am going to I gotta let all that dry. So, maybe a good time to take another stretch break. Cujo, how are you? It's the back of a bust. You were like, what the hell are you painting? Yeah, sorry. The back of this bust here. And so we just finished Walter White today. He's looking awesome. I just see some more things that need to be touched up a little bit. He's mostly good anyway. I'm gonna blend that some more. I feel like that's yeah, that looks good. I like that. So let's see. Some of these, their eyes were so tiny. Yeah, we got eyes in there. Oh, you know what? I didn't finish Walter's eyes. That's what I needed to do. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the little white highlight dot. And that made a big difference on that eye. So I wasn't able to get the highlight. This one is almost like his eyes are drilled in, which I might have to play around with these here. Let's try this. I'm gonna repaint this eye completely. Okay. And once again, too much paint on that. There we go. That's better. So what I was trying to do is basically make the rim of his eye. It didn't quite work, but let's see. Yeah. Everything needs to dry on that guy. Whew. How's everybody doing? Shall we take a little stretch? Let's do a little stretch break. It is 6 o'clock. We've got an hour left, and I think I can get Mike done in an hour. Because really, Mike's whole face is pretty much done. I've just got to finish his clothing and his eyes. Definitely his eyes. Maybe a little bit more. Well, maybe a little bit more. We'll see. I'm gonna put Walter back. And this is Mike. I keep calling this Mike, but this is Hank. Hank. There's Saul. And there's their minerals. That's the name of that card. That's so funny. Oh, we've got to do all of the striping and everything. That'll be fun. Yeah, let's do that. Do I have let me see if I have I do. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. This is what I'm going to use. Now, unfortunately, his thing is sculpted differently, but we can make it work. We can make it work. Let's look at the card. Let's see what the card that's completely different. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the cream with the tan, and then I'll do the greens on this shirt. What's wrong with Mike's sassy face? This is Mike right here. He looks, did I get his eyes done? It don't quite look done. Let me try that again. There we go. Slightly better. Whoa, sorry, my bill of the hat got in the way. There we go. Such a great face. All right, there we go. I'm gonna put the ivory on his teeth again. Those will show up a little better. Let me look at this guy's. Put some ivory on the sides. All right, now I'm gonna make the eyes. Looks good. Got the first eye down. Almost. Just flip it over. Whenever you're having trouble with eyes, just flip the other one over. Oh my gosh, that is such a funny expression. It's gonna work good. Okay. Just kind of got both eyes looking up. That looks good. I'm gonna make his lips because it doesn't look like I even painted them in the first place. Needs a little bit of the fluorescent on the parts of it. Now let me try a little bit of this red because I haven't used a lot of red on him, but I think this guy needs just a smidge. Trying not to get stuff on my cards. All right, let's try this. Yeah, that's much better. Oops. Much better. And then he's got this whole ooh, that did not taste good. Scale 75. That's why I quit licking my brushes. Alright, having too much red over there kind of made him look vampire-ish. We've got to add it other places too. A little bit of shadow underneath. Bingo. Oh, my mic? What's wrong with my mic's face? I don't know. My mic's good. I like that reddish. And then we need to add a little bit of the fluorescent on the side there. Sometimes you gotta make it up. What's missing on this guy are some of the highlights. Like he has a nice, ooh, see what that did? That just popped it. Let's do it over here. I'm just stippling little dots. Okay, let's do it with a little ivory this time in the middle. Create that little hot spot. Boom. Oh my God, I love him. He looks so much better on camera. So much better. Then we need that little hot spot back by his bald spot. A little bit of blue too, just a smidge. This part is a little bit hard because I want that to look blended in to everything, but I also want it to stand out, so I gotta kind of almost scribble it, like not scribble, but scumble. See, this is what we call scumbling in the fine art world. It's a term kind of basically to mean scribble, but it's a form of blending on a canvas. Painting by dabbing your finger, fine art, exactly. It happens. So what I'll do is like I said, I'll create that kind of hot spot right there with my blue, and then when I can add some, I can kind of blend it in with this. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Better. Okay, that works enough. You probably make it a little smaller, but now that's good. Now I'm gonna put some little bitty highlights. Glasses are off again. Having those eyes in there makes a big difference. He's got blue eyes as well, so I'm gonna give him the turquoisey blue. Not blue enough. Let's do the full turquoise. Here we go. Yay, that came out really good. He's got some heavy lines in between his brows here. Got a really heavy line under his nose here. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Now it's not actually on the mini, it's not carved into the mini, but we can actually make that volume. We can flip that volume by creating it. See, and it's almost like a 2D effect. Need a little red in here. Oh, his face just got so much better than it was. Let's do a little highlight. Maybe I'm all warmed up from painting the other guy now. And he's got a lot of little pieces of the fluorescent. I can put that on the edge of his nose even, and around the jawline. On his jacket even. Gee. We'll wait and finish the jacket. Let's see, where else can I put? I can put a little bit on this part of his eyeball. And then he's got a bunch around here. Good, good. Like that. All right, let's do the clothing. Now, so I want to start with, in this, the clothing is, if you look, the clothing is blue. See, that's not an actual ivory. So I'm going to mix, actually it's a very pastel green, in fact. We can do that with a little bit of blue green, a little bit of ivory. Oh yeah, that's really bright though, so we need to add a little bit of, here we go. Almost gray now. All right, I'm just mixing on my palette, trying to get the right value. There we go, I think I got it. All right, so I'm gonna start with that. It might need to be a little bit lighter, a little bit more ivory actually. Still in that green, kind of green tone family. But it needs to read as ivory, so that's the trick. I'm gonna go ahead and paint. Oh, I just got a bunch under his chin. Paint that whole bit right here. That first layer of ivory. Notice I'm kind of going back over some of the black part. Aw, Maharoon! Wow, thank you so much for that raid. What a sweetie. Guys, let's give Maharoon a shout out and some hype. There we go. How are you, Maha? Look, we're painting the chemical set from Tiny Leads. We're basically trying to match this card right here. This is Hank, and we're using kind of this as a reference as well. It's sort of a characterized version of it. Maha is high. I mean Raid Perry. Raid Perry? Maha-chan. And so this is another one we finished for today. We're working on the bingo. We got Hank done today. He's like, I love that face. So this is what we're doing. You're getting out, put out by fumes. You're doing water pours on stream. Are you insane? Oh my God. Yeah, you got to wear a mask for that, girl. These are awesome. Thank you. So let me show you all of them. This is Hank, right? And I use this for my reference. And then we've got, this one is Mike. Hold on. Here's Mike. I noticed that I tried to copy the artist's style quite a bit. I tried. All right, and then what else? We've got Jesse. There's Jesse. Love it. So funny. And then I've got Saul. if I can do it right. There we go. The fact that he sculpted these that look like the characters, it's just amazing. Such a awesome thing. English is not your first language? No problem. Welcome, Skiggles. How are you? So we're working on Mike right now. He's our last figure in this series that we have left to paint. And then we can call that set done, and I just need a base and stuff. Yeah, I'm like really happy with how things are turning out. All right, so we were doing a base coat. Now we need to do probably the next. Where's my reference? Here we go. My reference is here. Now the tan is what we need. So I'm going to use this tan and this. Yeah, I'm going to use this green mixed with my glass color. And we're going to make the rest of this tan color, I guess. Oh, you were kidding about the language? Oh, okay. What is your English is not. So English is your first language? I'm so confused now. Okay, there we go. That looks probably okay. I don't know. I think I want more tan even than that. Let's see. We gotta let that dry. Lovely paint job. Always amazed when I see your work. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh. I just realized I could totally do the bowling shirt underneath. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay, so we gotta let that dry though. In fact, let me do some shadows in here so that doesn't look so wonky in the finished areas that are already done. We can use this green mixed with a little bit of my light green. So it just occurred to me he could be wearing a jacket over his bowling shirt, which is probably what he's actually doing. Yeah, we'll do that. And then it needs to be more olivey, so I need to switch gears and let's see, let's do this one. This is more olive. Ah, Singapore. Whoa, that means you speak a whole bunch of languages. Yeah. English is your first language, but Chinese is your second. Awesome. I can only speak like a handful of Mandarin. If I try it, if I show you what I can speak, you guys have to promise you won't laugh. Hey, Javasco, how are you? All right, that looks better. That looks slightly better. Now I'm highlighting with that other green there. Okay, so now let me do a quick Google. Not bad. It's happy. It's Friday. Yes, it is. Super excited. Okay, hold on. I'm going to look up Hank, Breaking Bad, because I might need to change his jacket color. Images. Oh, yeah, he was wearing a brown jacket a lot. Yeah, I'm going to change that. All right, we'll change that to brown and see how that looks. We can make this green a little bit lighter. Change that to this color right here. Ooh, that desaturated, didn't it? Doesn't want to be. Let me try this brown instead. Yeah, much better. Nope, it needs to be more green still. Let's try more green. We're getting there. We're getting there. 2 more layers and then he'll be closer to being done. All right, so I'm going to change the whole jacket to brown instead of this green because that's what it was in the show. I think it was like a leather jacket, maybe? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I think I kind of like that green undertone to it too. If you say a few things in okay, so the first thing I can say in Mandarin is Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma is I think it means how are you? Zai qian, zai qian. I can't remember what that one means. And then xie xie, I think is thank you, I believe. And oh, zai qian is goodbye, right? Good night, Amberden. Wow, I can't believe you stayed up so late. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Perfect. And then the last one I know is a silly one, but I learned it because I was working in a clothing store and I learned how to say piao liang. Piao liang. And I think that means beautiful. Zai jian means goodbye. Good. And I try to do the inflection. It's not easy. Because the English doesn't have it doesn't have inflections so much. There we go. I really like that brown. That's a nice contrast. Maybe if you want a nice rich brown, add a little green to the back of it. Yeah? Or to the underpainting. I have amazing pronunciation. Are you serious? Because I always wonder if people who speak Chinese are just being polite. I can never, you know, I never know if I actually have good pronunciation. More P sounds. Piao liang. Piao liang. Tried it. I always wanted to learn Chinese. I thought it's just an amazing language, and it's really difficult though. I had a friend teach me those words, and she actually showed me, like, basically with arrows how to do the up and down of the pronunciation. Like ni hao ma is kind of like, do you have a pencil? Ni hao ma, you know? Do you have a pencil? That's what she taught me. Thank you. There we go. We're getting that brown in there. That looks nice. Look at how different that looks. Change the whole look of the mini. Now he looks more like he's wearing like his little jacket, right? Without learning the basic sounds that every Chinese letter carries with it, you actually speak it well. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't learn to read it, obviously, just how to kind of mimic, just how to mimic. My grandma had a gift with languages also. She spoke, let me think, she spoke 2, 3, 4, 5 languages. Probably 5 languages. Not, you know, not perfectly, but the fact that she even had 5 was a pretty good, you know, pretty good indicator she had a gift for languages. All right. Trying to get the back of this collar to be a little bit more black. Like a dark brown instead. Yeah, that's looking better. Oop, I got a piece on his neck. Don't want to do that. Let's try it again. Okay, you have a slight confession to make. I followed you quite some time back and wanted to come back because you do amazing work and you're a really cool person, but the Army doesn't allow you to catch streams at all. Would have loved to have been there when you did your Aries night from KDM. It was a personal favorite, and today is a very lucky day. You got nothing on. Okay, well, let me tell you something. If you search for my name on YouTube, I have a YouTube channel, and if you can't watch me live, you can at least watch the videos of my stream, you know, in your free time. So there is that, which is a, you know, slightly better than nothing. Grandparents too, the older generation seem to have more of a knack of languages than us. I think so too. I think we rely so much on their phones these days that we don't have I don't think kids have the long-term memory that people of previous generations do. Okay, I'm gonna check one more thing. I need to look at this zipper because he's got, I think I've been doing everything with non-metallic metal. Yeah, I have been. So that means I need to get out ochre. We're gonna get out this one, Iroko. It's a great kind of neutral yellow ochre color. Well, it is Iroko, which I think means ochre in Spanish. But yeah, feel free to follow me. I'm going to do this here. With his gold badge. I'm going to mix some of that green with this yellow. That's not the tan. I want the straight ochre for that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of people who can't make every stream, but that's why I upload stuff to YouTube, because I know I've got Australians also that try to catch me. This is probably the best time for people from Oceanic and Asian time zones, is because I started streaming later. So we'll be streaming for another, another 15 minutes or so? 15, 20 minutes? There you go. That looks good. I like that. Let's do on this side, same thing. Yeah. Attention span. Oh, you can sub. Thank you so much if you do. Definitely appreciated. Helps out the stream a lot. The only reason you learned all the languages you did was because, I think I'm going to say this wrong, Hokkien and Cantonese is because your relative spoke it, Malay because you got scolded a lot in it, Malay, and Japanese because you're weeb, German because you watched this one movie, French because there was this one girl. Those are the most awesome reasons. I love languages, and so I try to learn even a few words in languages sometimes. Okay, so I used to know the word for dustpan in Hungarian was jubrojnic, which I know that because I worked in a bakery and the gal who I was working with taught me. Again, I had a lot of people, a lot of international friends teach me words in their language. And the fact that I remember that is kind of nuts. All right, I'm going to keep those a little bit off because it looks like on this, you can see the perspective. I might go back and change that. And I'm gonna do a little bit more ivory with that green. Let's see. A lot more ivory. There we go. Okay, gotta take glasses off for this. So if you wanna get my attention, do add Shoshi's minis. Gonna lighten that up some. I love it. He's so cute. Now I can even highlight a little bit of each color. I think I can anyway. Adding a little bit of that to that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that. I like that. I think what I'm gonna have to do is totally change these stripes. I think I messed those up. Add a little bit of green to that because that's going to be darker. And then that mix of green and yellow together I'm going to put over here. So that'll be hidden. That other part will be hidden. That'll work. Yeah. Nice. Lastly, we got to finish that zipper. Yeah, that's okay. Yay, No Runner, you did make it to a stream. Thank you. Yeah, he meant himself. No, he didn't mean himself. He's always at streams. So funny. You shall starve in bed till the stream ends then. Oh, you have a question? I use a little bit of everything. So currently on my palette, we've got Vallejo model color. We've got scale 75. Both the scale 75 fantasy and games and the scale color. I've got the prime acryl sorry, Pro Acryl from Creature Caster. That might be all the colors I'm using to. That's like just a few of the colors that I own. Right? Right, now we're going to take this ochre again. Yeah, a lot of scale 75 I do use. This badge. Now the idea behind this is that it's kind of painterly. I'm not trying to paint this like to be perfect looking. And I think that the style that I'm painting it is actually pretty cool looking. So that works for that side of the zipper. Okay, now flip it this side. I love that you guys are asking me questions. I like to talk to you guys. All right, now, one more thing I gotta fix over here. Just taking the regular brown and I'm gonna edge next to the zipper. I'm gonna hit some highlights on the leather. Just so it has more of a, so it feels highlighted, it's not flat. Oh, thank you so much for that follow. Shanbers, how are you? There we go. Do you see what I did there? Do it on this side so you can see it better. Oh, you're getting your first set of scale 75 recently. You've been told that there's a gel agent. Yeah, you got to shake it really good and make sure that you put some kind of agitator. All my scale 75s, they've got a little agitator inside of them. Now, not these. These are thin enough you don't need. But all of the scale color ones, you need an agitator. Definitely. Okay, I'm gonna blend that. Feather it out. Okay. Yeah, I think I want a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm getting all my little highlights so that it looks more like leather. Leather, when you're painting leather, give it that orangey highlight and it'll look a lot better than if you just paint it straight brown. Orangey brown versus yeah, that looks good. I'm debating on putting a layer of ink over that. I think I'll hold off for now. So I'm going to start off with all browns on this. A little bit of red even in the middle. We're going to highlight it up. So the bottles don't come with beads. No, they don't. However, Pro Acryl do. Like they came with beads. I don't know if you can hear it. But the Pro Acryl came with the beads already in them. And I love that. But yeah, you want to buy you want a high grade stainless steel, because if you accidentally get the wrong kind of stainless steel, where it's like not very high quality, you could really rust out all of your paints, and you don't want to do that. And so high quality stainless steel or glass, glass beads will also work. I think that's what I've got in mine is glass. I think I've got some stainless steel. But I was really paranoid about rusting mine out, so I tried to stay away from the stainless steel at the time. Ooh, I gotta turn this over. Hold on, I'm gonna paint the side. I've got this side too. All right, that's pretty good. Let's look at the badges. Now this doesn't have a badge, so we can look at the back of the card, which has, oh look at, he painted the whole little dealie on there. So, okay, so we're gonna do an even darker brown around the edges. So that'll give us some contrast when we go to paint the eagle and everything else that's on here. Bear with me here. You know what I could just do? I'm just going to do a Nuln oil wash on that to speed things up. Actually, I might change that to this. Let's do Flesh Wash, which is an ink, and it'll be much deeper quicker. Let me take a look at chat again. Yeah, the steel ones could. Rust is just more pigment. No, not the right kind of pigment. Okay, I'm just making that nice and dark. And then I'm just gonna freehand a little like thing on here. See, let me look at this again. I'm gonna straight up copy this badge. Got a little thing here. That and like that. And then there's a little circle. I'm gonna let that dry before I finish that. Okay. Oh, my eyes are getting tired. Let's see. Let's get some Morocco again. We can clean this up a little bit because you want your freehand to look really sharp. Okay, and now I can start painting the gold bits on this badge. Getting there. Okay, got part of that. Now I can go in with my brush and do the US here. Actually, I gotta let that dry again. And add a little black to that so it's a little bit darker. Oops. Don't have to do much to that because the ink is wet and you can just use the water of the ink to colorize it. At first you thought my soundtrack was the bridge of a song, and now you're amazed it just goes on forever. It's like a, yeah, it's like a half-hour loop. Is it a half hour? No, it's a full hour loop of, you know, of complete just song. And I hope to be changing that a little bit in the near future. We're going to be getting individual songs instead. I'm just going to go under each one of these little buttons. Yeah, because sometimes some people find the soundtrack a little repetitive, so I want to adjust that for people. That's better. How do you guys feel about Mike? Does he look like, I think I need some more highlighting. Asado29, thank you for the follow. You either have a small phone or big thumbs. Where's my phone? My phone is actually big. Hold on. Yeah, this is my phone. It's actually pretty big. Okay, now I'm just gonna highlight the little green parts here with the ivory. Looks like Mike. All right, I need to look at this card again. Ooh, it's tricky. We're gonna do a little bit of Iroko plus the ivory here. Might have to completely go back and change it. I'm not that good at non-metallic metal, that's for sure. So I'm kind of faking it, and I'm also copying, which is perfectly valid if you're not very good at non-metallic metal. Just try to copy it well is all. Ooh, not getting there. Okay, going back to these zippers. Not bad, that's not bad. I think it's starting to look good. All right. At this point, I am going to probably call it. I think we're at 7:02 right now. Yep, looks like we are. So, yeah, let's take a look. Last call. Here we go. Da 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 da. There we go. Pretty happy. I'll be working a little bit more on this at the end of, after my stream. But for the most part, I'd call the chemical set almost done then. I'll take some pictures of each one of those and throw those up online for you. Let's take a look and see who... Oh, you were asking Flickster a few months back if he could give you tips on doing non-metallic metal. He called you insane. Yeah, he's pretty... he is really... how do I put it? Like, not confident with his painting skills, even though, like, he's not bad. He's really pretty good. All right, I see that Creature Caster is on. He's got about just starting. We're gonna host Creature Caster. I don't think I've hosted him in forever. Let's see, how do I do that? There he is. Creature Caster Slow Fuse. All right, we're gonna raid him. There we go. Guys, I will be back on Monday, so work on your bingo cards. Let me know if you get a bingo before I do. And yeah, so I will see you. Let's do this. Here we go. Face thanks. All right, guys, have a good one. You paint more. Bye-bye.